Hello. Welcome to this, I would say, very spontaneous Facebook Live. You know, when you just get a ping in your head and you know you got to do something, this is one of the things. And that's the way I like it. There's a song, I know. That's the way I like it. You know, when you get a ping of doing something and you just do it, you follow it, and you see where it leads. Again, that's the way I like it. So welcome to this very spontaneous conversation about being the voice of wealth and creating a future that works for you and that works for us. And if you just tap into the energy of that and what you know about this, how is this in your world? How is this for your body? What is this creating already? Just tap into that space. So again, like being the voice of wealth and creating a future that works for you and it works for us. Wow, this pretty much goes against everything we're learning right now from this reality, where it tells us what's not possible and worrying about the future and basically giving up. You know, people are starting to give up, which is like, no. This is not the time to give up. When this world wants you to give up, this is where you go, mama's in the house or daddy's in the house. Let's go and let's create a future that works for us. So what if you tap into what you know about creating wealth and creating the future? And what if it's not at all what you have decided it is? The thing is, if we have definitions of creating wealth, every definition is a limitation by definition. So if you compare your creation of wealth with what you grew up with, for example, that's probably not the lightest thing you can choose. But what if what you grew up with is just what you grew up with and what other people like your parents, your family chose? But what can you choose? How different and beyond what you grew up with can you choose? And how many reference points do you have about creating wealth that have nothing to do with you? Wow, like how much are you referring, how do you say in English? How many, I'm going to say it in a different way. How many reference points do you have from your culture, your family, the people around you? And yeah, wow, everything that is where you just try and create a place. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online, shorts, boys, poets, beyonds. If you just, came in there and I just said this weird thing, this is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can find more information online about it. So, oh my goodness. So what is like, if you didn't have a definition, what is true for you with the creation of wealth that you have never ever asked for or even acknowledged? And there's there's so many aspects to that. For like one of many aspects for creating wealth for me, and something that works for me energetically is aesthetics. It's like when I surround myself with beautiful things like beautiful furniture or, jewelry or something or a place that has an energetic nurturing, that's like rich. When you eat food that is alive, that's for me, that's for me like contributing to my body creating wealth. Or being at places that are cared for, staying at hotels or other places when I'm on tour that haven't, where that place is being nurtured, where it's like, yummy, 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 and someone cares for it. This is something that is contributing to my body and the creation of wealth. So what is it for you? It's like, another example, I used to, for many, that's like I'm having 3 different languages in my head right now. Okay, English. for over 10 years, many years, over 10 years, I lived in Sweden. And at that time, my point of view was, to furnish my apartment with, furniture that is like simple and it works, it's practical and all that, typical, like a lot what I saw in Scandinavia. And that was great. And I didn't ask for something bigger. I didn't ask for what is true for me. I just did what everybody else did. And then I visited Vienna, where I grew up, and I stayed in my old apartment, which has a lot of antique furniture. And as soon as I walked into that apartment, my body went, and I'm like, what are you telling me, body? And my body went, this. And I'm like, what do you mean this? And it's like that beauty, that nurturing, that aesthetics. That's something I thrive on. I'm like, okay, thanks for letting me know. So it does make a difference. Aha. And it's like all those things that we brush off where you go, no, it's fine. I don't need this. Whenever you say, it's fine. I don't need this. This is where you would like to look a little bit closer and go, maybe that's a point of view. So truth, is this a point of view? And then you can use the tool, oh, wow, interesting point of view. I have this point of view over and over and over again. And go, okay, so wait a second. The thing that I just wanted to brush off is, I don't need this. Is this actually something, is there an awareness that's telling me or letting me know, hey, look closer, this could work for you? And every time I did that, whenever I, said, I don't need business class, I'm fine, I'm fine, I don't need this. I realized I have a point of view, I had a utilitarian point of view. And that didn't really serve me, my body, and it didn't really serve the creation of my life and wealth. So every time I realized me having that, I looked closer and go, okay, what's the point of view here? Okay, let that go. And what's the awareness behind it? Okay, so again, what's the point of view here? So whenever you have something like, I don't need this, whatever, ask, what's the point of view here? Okay. If you choose, let it go and then ask, what's the awareness behind it? And for me personally, the awareness behind all those things I tried to just brush off was always like an awareness that pointed me towards what's true for me and what's nurturing for me and my body. And even if it was really uncomfortable to choose at the moment, like, going for business class or choosing furniture that's more expensive, it was super uncomfortable every time. And me going for it, it always led to something greater and bigger. So it's those moments when you have reached a certain level where you think you're comfortable. That's wonderful. And then what if you still ask for what else is possible beyond it? How does it get any better than this? And especially right now, that's one of the best antidotes to this very insane world right now that tells you there's no hope and you shouldn't, you should just give up and not create and just save. If it at all feels heavy to you when you hear something like this, you might want to acknowledge that it is not true for you, because you know the tool. Whatever is light for you is true for you. What's heavy is a lie. And that's something we cannot stress too much and remind ourselves too much, especially right now. So again, whenever you have a stress coming up in your world or a worry or, I should just give up and just save and, look for surviving, and it feels at all heavy to you, I'm saying it again, ask, is this even true for me? Or am I trying to make it true for me? Why? Whatever why, it doesn't matter. Is it really true for me? Or am I trying to make it true for me? And that's a big difference, because if you try to make something true for you, then you could realize that you are forcing something. You're forcing something that is like not coming with lightness. And when you're trying to force something that's not coming with lightness, okay, there's something off. There's something not really true for me. So whenever something comes to you with lightness, there is you, there's your world. So more of that. So these were some of the elements that contributed to me creating wealth. And maybe it's true for you too. And I would recommend asking, okay, what is those energies, those things, those elements that create a sense of wealth in your world and for your body? Because it's very different for all of us. You know, it might be similar, it might be slightly the same, but it could be something totally different for you. So it's like, look at your life, look at the moments where you like had a sense of, everything is available. And if I ask for it, I know it's coming. I know it's on the way. I might not see it right now, but it's on the way. And so many things, like whenever you ask for something and it's not showing up and you have that extreme frustration and like, oh my God, I asked for it and it's not showing up, and you know, and you go and stress about it. What if that frustration is just an awareness that it's on the way and super close? Another example from my life about this phenomenon. Whenever we're in a restaurant and I have ordered food and it takes a little bit longer, and exactly at that moment when I'm getting frustrated, I'm like, oh, the food should come. I'm so hungry. Come on, food, come. At that moment, the waiter comes around the corner and serves the food. So it's always like the moment when we're frustrated, it's oftentimes that it's an awareness that things are just around the corner. And so the frustration is actually an awareness, or if you can ask, truth, is that frustration an awareness that is very, very, very close, the things that I'm asking for. So everything doesn't allow you to have clarity and ease with that and know what's true for you. Will you destroy and create it, please, times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poets, and yawns. And I'm happy you like, and thank you for the comment, Jenny. Yeah, that's exactly what you say. It's like what's true for us. That's what's leading us to more wealth. And wealth is money and so much more. Wealth includes money, but if you make it about the money, oh my goodness, how small do you have to make your world? You know, if you make it about the result of creating money only, does that really work for you, or does it actually bore you? But if you ask for like wealth, the wealth of the creation of your life, the wealth of being you, the wealth that, you know, creates your life and the future that works for you, how much is that a bigger perspective where it's fun for you, where you have a bigger playground to function from, and where money is just a side effect that's included? So these are some of the aspects of, you know, starting to be that voice of wealth. And voice of wealth for me is also knowing that there's so much. Knowing that when you ask for something, like really trusting and knowing that when you ask for something, the universe actually hears you. It hears you. It doesn't ignore you, even if it doesn't look like that, you know? So whenever you ask for something, wow, so much. Whenever you ask for something, know that the universe hears you. It doesn't ignore you. It does have your back. And also knowing that the universe has an incredible sense of timing. So what if you trust that whatever is showing up in your life right now is not right and it's not wrong. And there's nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove and go, oh my God, everything is so perfect. You know, you should follow me. There's nothing to make wrong about you. Oh my God, it's not showing up. I have lack. I have this. What if you knew that whatever your life looks like right now is actually exactly the way you created it, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And it leads you to the next step. What if you trust you, and what if you trust the universe? That it all has its timing. And even the things that you're not happy with and they're not good enough, what if the only thing that is in the way is you having a point of view, you having a judgment, you having a point of view? Well, yes. What if it's that easy? And you have the tools. Like there's so many tools to get over judgments and get over, you know, our points of view. We all have them. Maybe it's time to use them even more. And if what I just said about the trust and the timing creates a sense of lightness and space in your body and your world, maybe it's true for you. And what else is true for you with the creation of wealth? And wealth is also like that ability to change, the constant ability to change. And this is also something in the world right now where the world tries to tell you that you should not change, that you should stay because it's safe to stay the same and to not change. So everything that is, will you destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So what if you turn on your ability to change again in every moment, where you go, okay, here is a pile of poo, yoo-hoo. That was phony, right? Here is a pile of poo. It's so funny when you talk into a phone and, you know, you do a Facebook Live or a podcast and you're like, la, 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 blah, 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 blah. And you don't have like a physical audience. And I just like to entertain myself. I hope, you know, it contributes to you. So whenever you have a pile of poo, yoo-hoo, I always say it's every poo is a fertilizer for greater possibilities. So don't stay with, oh my God, it's poo. Ask for what is the miracle behind it and what's actually possible for me that I try to judge out of my world, out of existence. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So I'm really looking forward to this creation, being the voice of wealth to create a future that works for you. It's a creation I've had for many years, actually. Many, many years I've had this. And I had live classes and online classes many years ago with this topic, with this life form. And then, you know, it was like other things came in to create, and then it just pinged me a couple of weeks ago, do it again, use me again. I wanna be in the world again. So we're gonna have a new round of being the voice of wealth to create a future that works for you, which is awesome. So 3 calls are coming at the end of the week. Yeah. And yeah, with so many new tools. Oh my goodness. What if you knew that you actually can create wealth, especially right now and more than ever? Yes. So check out what this is and what creates greater for you. I'd love to have you there. And I'd love to create, like, you know, when I say create a future that works for you, I actually mean us. You know, I said you, but I'm like, what if we, you know, are the voice of wealth that creates a future that works for us, for our planet, for our earth, for a world we would like to see and create. So enjoy. My face is a little bit blushed. I just took a wonderful bath. And which is also something that, you know, there's so many things I want to invite you to. You know, I just took a bath and I just knew, okay, you know, this is a nurturing thing for my body. And yeah, that's also like one element of wealth, you know, and the creation of, because our bodies are so good at creating wealth and money. Like when you allow them, when you are that space that asks them and invites them to it and receives it. And that was one of the elements that I love to do, just nurturing my body. So anyway, so many things I want to say and invite you to. Anyway, more of that soon to come, and enjoy you more than is normal.